Hi YouTube, Rumblebee here. So this is my second video, and some of the comments on my first video told me ideas, on what to talk about in my videos and stuff like that, so that's what I'm doing. One of the comments was the challenges of quitting smoking. Quitting smoking is one of the hardest things you'll ever do. It's breaking the habit and the thought process, and especially, I've been smoking for a long time. I had an older brother that's 6 years older than me, and he said when I was younger I used to tell on him all the time. Some of the things he deserved, but he thought that if I was doing some of the same things that he was doing, that I wouldn't tell him. So that one of those things was smoking. So I've smoked from about the age of 10. Shame on you, David. So quitting smoking has been extremely hard. It dulls your sense of smell and your taste, and it makes you feel crappy. Fills your lungs with a bunch of stuff that you don't really need in your body. And you smell like smoke all the time. And that's not good for anybody. Smoking in general is not really good. But, as a smoker, it's hard. And it's one of the hardest things that you will ever try to quit in your entire life. Some of the differences that I've noticed with switching from smoking to vaping is, things taste better. Things smell better. You don't smell like smoke all the time or anything like that. You breathe better. And some people say that's because there's an ingredient in the e-juice that they've been putting in inhalers for many, many, many years. But I don't think it's just that. It's, there's not all the toxins and poisons and things like that in e-juice as there is in cigarettes. And your body just feels so much better with the e-juice, and you're still getting the nicotine that you're craving, but your body's healthier. Well, I can't say completely healthy because it's still, got nicotine and stuff in it, but it's just, it's a lot better, and it smells better, it tastes better, and you can get hundreds of thousands of different flavors for it. And cigarettes don't have flavors and things like that. So that's the main things that I've noticed is the difference between smoking and vaping. So I don't know if vaping people do, the pipe smoking community calls it housekeeping. So I guess I'm just going to do that because that's what I'm used to seeing on their videos. But I have an iStick 30 with a Nautilus Aspire tank, and just the normal tip that comes with the tank. I'm not real happy with the tip. I had a really cool one, but I broke it, so I'm still trying to find a tip that I really like. I had one that had like an airflow to it, but I didn't like that. It was too big. But with this one, it works better. I'm still looking for something better as a machine and things like that. I've seen a lot of different ones, but I just haven't tried them yet. Mostly because they're really expensive to get into. But once you get the machines, the juices are pretty cheap. And right now, the juice that I'm smoking is from Sinbad Vapors. It's called Black Ice. It's watermelon, black cherry, and menthol. And the flavor is amazing. Like, I can't even begin to describe how amazing the flavor is. It's fruity, it's sweet, and with the menthol in it, it kind of makes your mouth all tingly, and I just really enjoy this one, and I have to thank my soon-to-be sister-in-law for that, because she's the one that recommended it to me, so thank you very much. So the last time I told you a little bit about myself, I was doing roller derby for a while, and I really truly miss it. It was really, really fun. And the way that I describe roller derby is a bunch of badass girls beating the crap out of each other, pretty much, and you get points for it. So, I mean, it's an amazing way to let out your aggression and your anger, but still be in a competitive sport and enjoying yourself. So I really truly miss that. But I've moved on to other things since I am unable to do that. Like right now I rescue animals. I have 2 dogs that have been rescued. I have English Bulldog, which is 9, almost 10 years old. So he's very, very old for his breed. But he is the funniest dog. Like, all he wants to do is sleep, which is fine, but that's what his breed does. But he is a guy's dog, totally. He burps, he farts, he snores, and then he wakes himself up doing these things, and then he barks at himself for doing it. It's hilarious to watch this dog. And then I have a Black Lab German Shepherd mix, which he is my baby, and he's actually scared of absolutely everything. I was making fabric softener one time, and I was tired. I just worked 14 hours and come home to make it, and I completely forgot about the reaction between baking soda and vinegar, and it foamed over, and the foam landed on his butt, and he pooped himself. That's just how scared he is of everything. I don't know why he's that way, but he's very skittish. And he has allergies, we just found out, so we're trying to get that fixed. He pulled all the hair out of his butt, or like halfway down his back and his butt from the allergy itching and stuff like that, so we're trying to get that fixed. I have 4 bearded dragons. 3 of those were rescued. The first one that I got, Smoking Irishman, and my daughter bought me for a birthday present about 1.5 years ago, a little over a year, almost 1.5 years. I really didn't think that I was going to like them because, you know, my dad doesn't like snakes and things like that. So he's always like, oh, they're slimy, they're gross, da-da-da-da-da. He was way wrong when it comes to lizards, especially bearded dragons, because they're not like that. And I fell in love with her. We got her from a pet swap by Chicago, and like, it's a 2.5, almost 3-hour drive if there's a lot of traffic. And as soon as we got out of there, I did not put her back in her container because I held her the whole way home. And since then, I've collected 3 more that were rescued. And they're all different. Like, Gaia, my first one, is a high citrus orange. And then the baby, Atlanta, is a baby German giant leatherback. And then I have leatherback is like no scales on the back. It's smooth instead of having the scales, which makes it a little more enjoyable to, you know, it's not actually petting because they don't have hair, but stroke them, I guess. I don't know what you would really say. That's probably not the right way to put it, but and it's got Nick laughing over there. So but then I have a Sandfire, which is kind of a red and orange mix and kind of a reddish brown kind of sand looking, which he's really cool. And then I have a red translucent, which is very, very red, and like his underbelly is kind of a gray color because it's translucent. You can see through it, not completely through it, like, but like to where you're seeing his organs and things like that. But it's more of a transparent skin. And then
black eyes and black
yeah, and
nails.
he's got black eyes and black nails. He unfortunately, though, lost half of his tail when he was a hatchling. But that doesn't change him anyway. I mean, it still makes him an amazing pet. He's a little grouchy, but...
It's because he was bullied.
Yeah, like Nick says, that's because he was bullied as a hatchling. And then I have 3 fire-belly toads. We did have 4, but one of them didn't make it. Which are pretty cool. I mean, they're green and black, or green with black spots on top, and on the bottom they're orange with black spots, so that's really cool. I've had other things in the past that I've rescued, but those are what I have right now for rescued animals, and I wouldn't trade it for the world. Smoking Irishman says I have a special heart in my place for pets that need helmets. So, but I love all my babies all the same. I don't care if they're special needs or not. But I think that's about all for right now. Like I said earlier, if you have any suggestions or anything like that, just let me know. And maybe a better machine and tanks and tips and things like that, because I really am beginning at this. I don't really know a whole lot about it, so I'm looking for any information or any help that you guys could give me, and I would truly appreciate it. So I'm gonna go ahead and let you go for now, and remember guys, tomorrow is never promised, so live every day like it's your last. Bye YouTube.